The morning had started like any other. Students were beginning to trickle in, and I was setting up my classroom, mentally preparing for the day ahead. My room had been sweltering for weeks since the air conditioner was out. So I was thrilled when the maintenance team finally arrived to fix it. But as soon as they powered it up, things took an unexpected turn. The air conditioner's motor sparked, and before I knew it, smoke was pouring out, filling my classroom. I quickly called for help, expecting someone to rush over any second. Instead, minutes stretched on with no one in sight. Meanwhile, I could hear a heated exchange over the walkie-talkies echoing down the halls. Apparently, our principal and assistant principal were locked in a back and forth about who was supposed to handle the situation. As the smoke started to dissipate, I wondered if either of them was going to show up at all. Luckily, the maintenance guy had managed to contain the fire, and there was no serious damage. But the entire room reeked of burnt metal, and a hazy layer of smoke lingered in the air. I tried to catch my principal's attention to explain that the room was still unfit for students, but she brushed me off. "Just open a few windows, and it should be fine by second period," she said dismissively. No offer to relocate my students, no inspection of the classroom, nothing. As I propped the windows open, hoping the fresh air would work miracles, I couldn't help but think of what I should have done instead. Next time, I decided I'd just pull the fire alarm and let the fire department handle it. This was the second time I'd tried to take the cautious approach, only to be left out in the cold. Looking back, I knew why I hadn't pulled the alarm that morning. With the smoke limited to my classroom and the fire contained, an evacuation would have created total chaos. The hallways were crowded with students still arriving, and no one was in their designated places. I could already picture the fallout, students streaming in every direction, confused and panicked. But more than that, I knew how my principal would react. She was known for retaliating against anyone who embarrassed her, and she wasn't one to let things go. One pulled fire alarm could very well have marked me as her next target.